Just after taking Prickett, I'm out here with my son who came along. He's learning the ropes now, and hopefully next year he'll be stalking. So we're going to do a quick gralloch on this. We're not too far from the vehicle, so that's good. It was true briar, but I had a good background and that good safe backstop, and we're going to take into gralloching them now. I'm going to use one of my favourite knives, the Paddy Smith Hybrid, a brilliant knife, N690 steel, and I'm sure it'll make little work of this deer. So, let's start off. So I'll get that tied off as I usually do, and then we'll get into a position here. Already just take note of the amount of ticks attached to this animal. Always this area there seems to be a high density of ticks, so needless to say I won't be carrying this deer out on my back. He'll be dragged. So we'll start the gralloch. As you see, knife just makes small work of it. We'll go around the other side. Just splitting the diaphragm on one side. Reach in just past the lungs. Have everything out. In a few seconds we have everything out. I won't remove the bung at this point, so I'll shove any of the feces up along the colon. And when we have it up, we'll separate it, push it down, and we'll simply tie it off. That prevents any spillage going back into our cider animal. But as it was taken with a neck shot, there's no damage whatsoever, and inside you can see very little blood. So we won't remove the feet or anything, as we have to drag it out, and we'll do the head and feet back at the vehicle. So a good start, and 5 to 6 in the evening. It's a long evening yet, so a good start, and we'll continue on stalking. But I'm happy with that animal. It's a perfect one for the freezer. Now, as we have the gralloch out, we'll do just a quick check of the organs. First thing we'll do is we'll check the lungs. Lungs are good and spongy. All the glands on the back, you can see them running down along. All those are normal. So everything so far is indicating there's the big gland along, and that's normal, not oversized or swelling. Lungs are good and spongy. You can see there my knot held tough. We look at the rest. We'll spread out the intestines, and you can see all the glands along there are all normal. Nothing red, nothing to be concerned about. Kidneys are all fine. You can see the kidneys. As I've often said, I'm not a fan of kidneys myself, but some people enjoy them and that. Now we'll just check the liver. The gland at the back of the liver is normal. Everything is normal so far. We'll just remove the liver. As it's a young animal, I'm gonna make use of the liver. As we can see, colouring everything. No sign of fluke. Hold on, we'll just check that there. We have a little scarring here, we'll just check. It could be fatty deposits as well. No, I'm happy. Liver is fine. We'll take that home with us. And everything looks good. And there's no bumps or anything over the carcass. And everything looks perfectly normal. And pre-mortem inspection, when I was looking at it through the binoculars and then through the scope, everything appeared normal. Just a healthy pricket and a perfect freezer filler. So now we just go to the job of extracting him. And as you see, my Paddy Smith knife made little or nothing of it. Now we have our animal back at the vehicle. So at this point I'm going to remove the feet and the head and remove the bung. I do it right beside the vehicle. I have a washed out clean tray in the back to take our animal, and because I didn't remove the feet out in the field, I'm not dirtying up the ends, which the game dealers hate. Not that anyone's given any deer to them at the moment with the price venison is making, but we'll just start it. So we'll start off first. We'll make our cut for hanging. I also point out at this leaving heads and feet out in the field does annoy certain landowners. Discretion is best. The less people know what you're doing, the less you'll offend people. To us, it's second nature, but to some people, it's not the norm. So we don't offend anyone. Bending and tilt all the way around, and it just snaps off. Simple as that. Now, the head, holding the ear, make one cut in at an angle. And that you can even, as I do sometimes, put a little cut up there. You can get your fingers in, and that gives you a grip. And then, once you have that done, head is removed. As simple as that. Now we can come around the back and we can remove the bum. One small cut, barely going in. The reason we don't go deep is we don't want to hit the bladder. We don't want to hit the bladder. And once we clear that bung, we clear it underneath, pulling upwards. Now you can squeeze out any bits of feces that might come out because we don't want them spilling inside our animal. Then we just clear the top. It's very important that we clear the top for pulling through. Then all the way around, pushing through. You can push out anything there. There we have, and there's our knot. Nothing spilled back inside our animal. Perfect.